Good morning. It's 11:37, so I can still say good morning. Yeah, today I hiked up and out of Grindelwald. I called 9 hotels last night on my way into town, trying to find a place that wasn't fully booked. I had pre-booked everything, but since my things didn't go as planned, which is how these things go, so I knew that was kind of a risk in pre-booking. But anyway, 9 phone calls, Switzerland phone calls later, I asked if this place had any rooms, and a woman answered, and she said, "You're very lucky, we have 1 room." And I was about 2 kilometers away, and I told her that, and she seemed very concerned and was like, "Well, if you're not here by 7:30, call us." Look where I am. This is amazing. So this day's been a little weird so far. I had such a great night last night. The hosts at the hotel, they just completely took care of me. They let me do laundry. I got fed a very nice 4-course dinner that I was not dressed for. I have a set of clean clothes in a waterproof bag with me. So I wore my very best Tracksmith fleece pullover and travel pants. And I even have a pair of the Tracksmith sneakers in my pack in a shoe bag. Just so I have something, even though it's not nice, and it's not formal, it's still clean and looks somewhat put together, while clearly still, I'm clearly here to experience the outdoors. But yeah, maybe it's that the night was so relaxing that it made it harder to wake up this morning. I still did early, and I got started a couple minutes after 4 a.m. Whew. But yeah, I have been, this feels terrible to say, but I've been a little grumpy today, which is so silly because, look at where I am. This is incredible. So, I'm still very much appreciating where I am, but I think the grumpiness is coming from some anxiety I have about the two upcoming passes, which are the highest passes. I'll cross over at 8,000 something and 9,000 something feet. And there might be snowfields, which just stresses me out because I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know how long it'll take. And there's just some uncertainties. Here, I'll talk this way for a second so you can see this beautiful view behind me. But I noticed, just comparing the trail to real life, it's all real life, but I'll get pretty grumpy and stressed out on days at home that I have a speed workout planned. This almost feels like the same thing. It's like, because I know I'm about to do something hard, so there's some anxiety involved, and it's just because I care. I want to do a good job. I want things to go as hoped. So that's the best comparison I can think of. I'm already doing something hard, but I'm about to do something that is very unknown and very challenging. And there could be snow. So my initial goal today is, so I started in Grindelwald, went up and over the pass from there, 1 pass done, And now I'm about to go over the 8,000 foot plus pass, Zephinen, Jurg pass, something like that. And if I can just do those 2 passes, great. But there's some nasty weather coming. There's going to be storms tomorrow afternoon. So today's going to be good, but there are some storms tomorrow afternoon. Friday, it's going to rain all day. So it's in my best interest to take advantage of this nice little gate here, cool weather. Ooh. Put the gate back down and hike as far as I can, because that gives me a little more flexibility over the next upcoming days where the weather is not looking great. As for an update on the FKT attempt, I took a peek at Tina. I'm forgetting her last name, but Tina, who has the current women's record, she stopped at Scheidenegg at the end of her 5th day. And that just so happens to be the first pass that I went over this morning. So I am currently basically a full day's hike ahead of the current women's record, which is a great position to be in, because with the bad weather, I want to have as much flexibility as possible in case I need to either take a 0 day or maybe I'll just do like 1 pass on the super rainy day. So that's the update. As of now, if I divided up the mileage, more views, if I divided up the mileage that I have left over the next 4 days, it's under 50K a day. So fewer than 31 miles per day, which on paper seems not so bad. And it's like the further I get today, the less I have. So I'm feeling optimistic, but also just a little apprehensive about the snowfields and stuff today. So I'm in a good position, and we'll just see how this goes. It's a wild up and down ride. Okay, standing stationary while taking this video, there are some crazy steep drop-offs. This is so cool. This is the most I've gotten to talk to people today because there are so many hikers out. Yesterday was mostly solitary, but I'm meeting people from all different places, all different countries, and it's just been so much fun. Again, it's just hard to comprehend the sheer scale of what I'm seeing. Like this, starting in the middle here, there's like this mountain or mountain range pass, whatever. But then there's this one in the middle. And then look at that ridge line. It's just, like my camera is not big enough to fit all of this. I can zoom out, I guess, but it's like a fishbowl. This is just nuts. Okay, I'm stopping at this stream here to do a little reset. I filtered water I'm about to filter water for the second time on this trip. I've hardly had to filter water because there are so many towns and they all have these drinking fountains. So anyway, it's getting a little sunny out, so I'm just gonna, before this big climb up that way, and I see some hikers coming down, but chug some water. I'm gonna reapply sunscreen. I'm gonna apply chafing cream. I have squirrel nut butter, and just make sure that all systems are go for this. Okay, here's my first snowfield. At first glance, doesn't look bad at all. Not scary. piece of cake. Okay. Heavy breathing here. Oh, there's someone behind me. So there's the first snow pass crossing thing I did. And then here's a second one. There are little footprints in the snow that made it easy. So far, still fine. Oh, okay. Dying. So this, you can kind of see that zigzag in the snow. Let's see. That one right there. That one was just a tad scary because the snow is soft. So I just really stamped my feet down with every step. And I got slightly scared, but I did it and it was fine. And here, according to my guide, this is the last thing to the top. This really steep set of stairs. Okay, Steffenenberg. I am up here. Here's where I came from that valley. And lucky me, here's the way back down. Let's go. I just made a very serious mistake. You see that trail sign behind me? It signals that there's a turn, and I missed it. And I just kept following this stairway. I don't know if you can see the stairway. I went to the bottom of the stairway, and then I just kept going down. That's where I should turn. Here's where I should go, a graded trail. But I just went down this thing. It was so scary. It was so steep. You know, I've been thinking that, wow, the Via Alpina trail, you know, it's got some tough climbs, but it's pretty user-friendly. You know, it's not super technical. Then I got to this part, I was like, oh, this is some serious stuff. Like, this could, if I fell, it would be really bad. And then it turns out it wasn't actually the trail. So I feel like an idiot, and I'm just so glad I was able to scramble back up and not lose my footing. It was really steep and just all scree, so it wasn't stable at all. So, geez, just pay attention to those switchbacks. I just climbed down that thing. There's some people that I passed not long ago, and it just goes right up into those snowfields. It was a little scary and a little scrambly. I'm glad I'm done with that section. And here's the view on the way down. Yay! So next stop is Grindelwald, and from there it's the pinnacle climb up. I forget the name. I just know it's another 1,000 feet higher than what I just did. So I'm still a little intimidated, but I've got plenty of daylight and I have a room booked at the hut up top. So lots of motivation to get there. This is what I'm talking about. See, there's a car up there, which means it came this way. And I don't really know, I guess maybe, I don't understand. Okay, kids, this is probably up there on the list of dumb ideas by Liz, but it's a little after 5 o'clock. I have a reservation up on the hut at the top of the next peak, and I'm making my way up there. And I think it's about 5 miles, and this could take a long time. I always try to overestimate how long stuff will take me, and I'm like, well, worst comes to worst, if it's the hardest trail ever and I go 1 mile per hour, I'll get there at 10, and even then it'll still be light out, but hopefully it won't take that long. But we'll see how this goes. Hohtürli Pass is where I'm heading, and I just saw a sign that estimates how long it'll take the average person to get there, and it said 3 hours. And these signs are everywhere, and on average I'd say I've been completing the routes around 2/3 the time of what it says. But even if it takes 3 hours to get up there, that means I'm there by 9 o'clock. So I feel a little better after seeing that sign. Just to give you an idea of the insanity I'm experiencing in beauty and difficulty, this kind of ridge here, the line coming all the way up here, it's really hard to scale this, but I guess maybe you can see that little house down there. I came from there, and then I'm climbing up to the highest pass, and it's literally just following this spine, the top of the green part. So it's just straight up. I can't even, but I have to. I'm already this far. But, ooh, if you thought the Appalachian Trail or the Long Trail was hard, oh, this is hard. This is very hard. Okay, just made it up this part of the ridge. If you're not into heights, this is not for you. Yeah, I'm standing really still right now. Ooh. All right, Pacific Crest Trail vibes. Just maybe a little higher up. Or maybe it's the same, I don't know. Taking a second to breathe after going over this snowfield. It really was fine. I think just mentally it felt dangerous. But the snow isn't actually that deep, but it's just scary feeling like you might sink through at any moment. But there are plenty of footprints already stamped in. So I was grateful to have those footsteps to follow, and it ended up being fine, but I got really stressed out. So I'm just sitting for a second to calm down, and there may be more snow after this. I hope not, but I got through this, so I can do it. Made it up here to the highest point of the Swiss Via Alpina. Oh, it's a little bit before 8 o'clock. So my 2/3 prediction was right, because it predicted about 3 hours from the hotel restaurant down the way. But yeah, that was really tough. I'm up here over 9,000 feet, and I'm not sick, but I have this lingering cough from being sick a few weeks ago, and I don't think the thin air is helping much. But I'm tired, but I feel good, and yeah, this is the most proud of myself I felt on this journey. It might be my shortest or one of the shortest days on paper, but it's definitely the hardest and the most rewarding. One of the prettiest. It's hard to pick a favorite, but yeah, incredible. Okay, I'm gonna head up to the hut. It's called Bloemselfoot. No, Bloemlissefoot. My Pam would kill me. Bloemlissefoot. Oh man, sorry Pam, my diction teacher. And that's where I'm going.